Hello, food explorers and curious travelers. Welcome back to Global Eats Uncovered, where we dive deep into the stories behind the world's most iconic dishes. If you're someone who loves exploring food, culture, and history, you're in the right place. In today's episode, we're embarking on a culinary adventure as we uncover cultural tales, the fascinating stories behind traditional foods. Every dish carries with it a history, a tradition, and often a fascinating story that reflects the culture from which it came. These stories have been passed down through generations, from the complex flavors of mole in Mexico to the delicate sushi of Japan. We'll explore how food serves as a window into the heart of every culture. So sit back, grab a fork, and let's dive into the stories behind some of the world's most treasured dishes. 1. Italy risotto, the tale of northern Italian ingenuity. When you think of Italian food, pasta often comes to mind first, but risotto has just as rich a history and is equally iconic, especially in northern Italy. This creamy, comforting rice dish has been passed down through centuries, becoming a symbol of Italian culinary tradition. The story of risotto. Risotto has its roots in northern Italy, particularly in the Po Valley, which is ideal for growing the short-grain rice varieties required to make risotto. The dish was created in the 16th century when rice cultivation became widespread in Italy, thanks to the introduction of rice by the Moors during their occupation of Spain. As rice became a staple crop in regions like Lombardy and Piedmont, chefs began experimenting with it, creating risotto by slowly stirring it in broth to release the rice's natural starch, resulting in a creamy texture. The most famous variation, risotto alla Milanese, is flavored with saffron, which was added by the chef in the 16th century when a mistake in coloring the rice led to a happy accident. The rich yellow color and earthy flavor became a signature of Milanese risotto, symbolizing the wealth and prosperity of the region. Modern influence risotto has become a symbol of Italian comfort food and remains a beloved dish worldwide. It's a perfect example of how a simple regional dish has evolved into a globally appreciated culinary tradition. Today, chefs around the world create different variations of risotto, using ingredients like seafood, vegetables, or meats, but the basic principles remain the same. 2. Mexico mole poblano, a rich history in every bite. One of the most iconic and beloved dishes in Mexican cuisine is mole poblano, a complex, spicy, and slightly sweet sauce made with a variety of chiles, spices, and sometimes chocolate. The rich history behind mole connects ancient Mexican cultures with the influence of Spanish colonization. The story of mole poblano. Mole is a family of sauces that has been made for centuries in Mexico, with the most famous being mole poblano, which originates from Puebla. According to legend, mole was created by nuns in Puebla during the 17th century when the Archbishop of Puebla was expected for a visit. With limited ingredients, the nuns improvised by combining chiles, chocolate, spices, and other ingredients they had on hand. The result was a sauce so rich and complex that it became a celebrated dish, incorporating both indigenous Mexican ingredients such as chiles and corn, with European influences like chocolate and cinnamon. Mole is a dish that represents the fusion of two worlds. It's traditionally served with chicken or turkey during holidays and special occasions, particularly during Dia de los and Mexican Independence Day. Modern influence. Mole has become a symbol of Mexican culinary identity, widely enjoyed throughout the country. With different regions creating their own variations of mole, it remains an essential part of Mexican cuisine and is gaining recognition in international kitchens, symbolizing the complexity and depth of Mexican cooking. 3. Japan sushi, a dish born of tradition and innovation. Sushi is perhaps the most well-known dish from Japan, enjoyed by millions worldwide for its delicate flavors and artful presentation. But the story behind sushi is rooted in Japanese history, culture, and innovation. The story of sushi's origins can be traced back to the 8th century, when a dish called nare sushi was created to preserve fish by fermenting it in rice. This method of preservation was common in Southeast Asia and spread to Japan. Over time, the Japanese adapted this dish, and by the 16th century, sushi evolved into its more modern form: vinegared rice combined with fresh fish, vegetables, or seaweed. During the Edo period, 1603 to 1868, sushi became a street food in Tokyo, then Edo, where it was sold as quick, inexpensive meals for busy workers. It was here that the invention of nigiri sushi took place: bite-sized pieces of fish placed atop small mounds of rice. The idea of fast food evolved into the elaborate sushi art form we recognize today. Modern influence. Sushi has become a global sensation, with sushi bars and restaurants found in nearly every major city worldwide. From the classic nigiri to the innovative sushi rolls, sushi continues to evolve while maintaining its cultural significance as a Japanese culinary tradition. For Greece, moussaka, layers of history and flavor. Greek cuisine is rich in tradition and history, and one of its most iconic dishes is moussaka. This hearty, layered casserole made with eggplant, minced meat, and sauce is not only beloved in Greece, but has a long history that spans centuries. The story of moussaka, while the modern version of moussaka with eggplant and sauce has roots in the Ottoman Empire, the dish itself dates back to ancient Greece. Ancient Greek cooking included layered dishes, with the most famous being lidwindon, a dish made with layers of dough, meat, and sauce. The dish we know as moussaka was popularized by the Ottomans, who brought new ingredients like eggplant to Greece. By the 19th century, moussaka evolved into the form we recognize today, with layers of eggplant, ground meat, often lamb or beef, and a creamy sauce. It became a symbol of Greek comfort food, perfect for family gatherings and celebrations. Modern influence moussaka remains one of Greece's most beloved dishes and has spread across the globe. It has been embraced by countries in the Mediterranean and the Middle East, with variations that include different meats, vegetables, and sauces. In the United States and the UK, moussaka has become a favorite in Greek and Mediterranean restaurants. 5. India biryani, the royal dish with layers of spice. Biryani is one of India's most celebrated dishes, known for its fragrant rice, aromatic spices, and tender meat. The story of biryani is as rich and layered as the dish itself. The story of biryani? Biryani was introduced to India by Persian travelers and merchants in the 16th century during the Mughal Empire. It's said that the dish was created to feed the royal court and large armies. As the layers of rice and meat could be cooked in large quantities and kept warm for long periods, the dish was made by layering marinated meat, rice, and spices, and then cooking it all together in a sealed pot, creating a flavorful and fragrant meal. Legend has it that the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, who commissioned the Taj Mahal, served biryani to his army during his campaigns, making it a symbol of imperial opulence and grandeur. Over time, biryani spread throughout India, with each region adding its own unique twist. Modern influence. Today, biryani is enjoyed by millions in India and around the world. Every region has its own variation of the dish. Hyderabadi biryani, Kolkata biryani, and Lucknow biryani are just a few examples. Its global popularity continues to grow, with biryani now found in restaurants worldwide, symbolizing the richness of Indian culinary heritage. 6. China Peking duck, the royal dish with a story of imperial China. Peking duck is one of the most famous dishes in Chinese cuisine, known for its crispy skin and tender meat. The dish has been a favorite of Chinese emperors for centuries, but its origins go far beyond the royal court. The story of Peking duck. Peking duck originated during the Yuan dynasty 1271 to 1368 in China, and by the Ming dynasty 1368 to 1644, it became a royal delicacy. The dish is known for its meticulous preparation, where the duck is air-dried and roasted in a special oven to create its signature crispy skin. It is traditionally served with pancakes, hoisin sauce, and thinly sliced vegetables. According to legend, the dish was first served to Emperor Qianlong of the Qing dynasty, who was so impressed by the dish's flavor and presentation that it became an integral part of imperial banquets. Peking duck became a symbol of Chinese culinary artistry and sophistication. Modern influence. Today, Peking duck is one of China's most iconic dishes, served in high-end restaurants in Beijing and around the world. It is a symbol of Chinese culture and refinement, and its influence can be seen in other roasted duck dishes across Asia, the heart of every culture. As we've seen today, food is not just about taste, it's a reflection of history, tradition, and culture. From the rich layers of mole poblano in Mexico to the refined elegance of Peking duck in China, each dish tells a story of its origin, its evolution, and the people who have cherished it for generations. These foods connect us to the past while continuing to shape our culinary traditions today. Which dish's story resonated with you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Global Eats Uncovered for more exciting journeys through the fascinating world of food.